Good morning and good afternoon for my friends in the UK. It is the 18th of April, and I am really glad to see all of you this morning and this afternoon. Um, so today I was thinking about actually last night what I wanted to talk about this week. And I don't know if all of you are familiar with the pink moon. There was a lot of talk about the pink moon. And if you're not familiar with it, I was reading this week that every full moon has a special name and a spiritual meaning. And that usually comes from Native American folklore. So this month's moon is called the pink moon. That happens in April. It's about newness and freshness. And it also happens to be converging at a time of the holy days of Passover, Easter, and Ramadan. And whether you believe in the resurrection of Jesus or the birth of a flower or a chicken being birthed from the egg, it is a time when there's an opportunity for rebirth. And perhaps to let go of some of the things that have been weighing you down in order to make space for what is new. And one of the things that I do that I've learned from a couple of wise people along the way is when I'm feeling things that are weighing me down, I give them over to another source of power. So perhaps it's a power of the I am that I am, which is my inner wisdom, or God. Sometimes I give over my worries or my burdens to Mother Earth, to a tree, to the angels of the light, or it could be to the universe. So whatever your belief is, there is power in engaging a source that's perhaps outside or greater than yourself, the feeling of a greater power in order for you to weather the storm or weather the burdens that you're feeling. And then I surrender. And whenever I do that, if I call in the loving angels of the light, or I call in God or my inner power, my higher power, then I feel this strength that comes in, this faith that all will be well. And I used to think that surrendering to whatever it is that's going on in my life, even if I didn't like it, was not a really good thing to do. That it's actually surrendering or sort of accepting whatever is going on in my life. But it's actually surrendering to the struggle against what is happening. And sometimes I think about, the example of waiting in a grocery store, and you've got a couple of items and the person in front of you has a huge cart full of stuff. And you're so annoyed and you're struggling against the experience of waiting in line because it's really causing you suffering. You just want to get the hell out of there and get your stuff and go. But really, it's resisting the fact that you're waiting that is causing the struggle and the stories that you tell yourself about the waiting in line that are causing the suffering. Maya Angelou wrote that what you're supposed to do when you don't like a thing is to change it. And if you can't change it, then you change the way you think about it. Don't complain. And that really resonated for me this week, along with all of the other things that I just shared. So to change the situation, it might mean taking action based on what's shown to you. Could be an opportunity, could be a nudge through your intuition or the universe, some synchronicity or a sign, and simply resisting the urge to see a situation as perhaps a personal attack or something that is really irritating to you. And you also have the choice of doing nothing at all, but putting yourself in this place of realizing that you do have a choice and making the choice that feels right for you. And when you accept what life gives you, when you surrender, you don't disrupt your own peace. In my opinion, you're displaying the ultimate act of self-love when you surrender. So today we are going to do a really simple and calming meditation that is designed to help you release any burdens that you might be carrying, to surrender and find peace in our time together. So a few essentials about meditation that I love to share before we get started. The first one that I always love to talk about is it's okay to have thoughts. Thoughts are natural, and it's in the state of the mind to think like it's in the, or the nature of the mind to think like it is in the nature of the eyes to see. So when you have thoughts, the practice is simply bringing your attention back to the focus of the meditation. In today's meditation, we're going to be focusing on the breath. So don't try too hard to have a certain experience, just simply have the experience that you're having. Welcome everything, resist nothing. And perhaps today, if you've meditated before, which I think all of you have, treat your meditation today like it's the first one that you've ever had. Have a beginner's mind. Allow whatever comes up to come up and surrender. Surrender to what comes up for you in the moment and observe that. Always be kind to yourself like a good friend would. There's no right or wrong with meditation or should. You're having the experience that is meant for you. And the last one is stick with the practice. Even if it gets challenging, even if you're finding you're distracted or something keeps coming up for you, keep returning your focus to the breath. This is training for the mind, just like lifting weights would be for the body. So we're going to meditate today, probably about 10 or 15 minutes. I will keep track of the time. We'll be closing our eyes during the practice. And if at any time you feel uncomfortable with your eyes closed, you're welcome to open them again and to look around, perhaps cap your eyes, which is to have them sort of half open, staring at a point in front of you. Whatever feels comfortable, you do you. Okay, let's begin. So let's go ahead and get comfortable. Ideally, you'll be relatively still. You'll have your hands in your lap or sit in a position that allows you to be both relaxed and alert. And if you haven't done so already, go ahead and close your eyes and align your head, your neck, and your spine. Perhaps tilt your chin in a bit and slightly downward. And that lengthens your neck. If you need to shrug your shoulders or move your neck at all, go ahead and do that. And simply settle into a nice, comfortable position. And guiding your awareness to the gentle rising and falling of your breath. And begin by giving yourself some long, slow, deep breaths in through the nose and out through the nose at your own pace. Now let your breath return to its natural rhythm and depth. Experiencing how it feels in your body to be breathing, not controlling or manipulating your breath in any way, but simply noticing what it feels like to breathe. And as you stay with the breath, start to guide your awareness through your body, becoming aware of any sensations that you feel, perhaps any feelings of tension, tightness, burning. Perhaps there's feeling of clenching or holding on. Perhaps none of these things are true for you. Perhaps you're completely at ease. So whatever is true for you, observe that right now. And if you do have any feelings of tension, or pressure, or impatience, allow those to simply be felt and to be exactly as they are. There's nowhere to go. There's no place to be, but here right now in this moment. And if you notice your attention has wandered, simply come back to your breath. As you guide your mind throughout your body, become aware of how you're feeling in this moment. What is true for you in this moment? And from this sense of awareness, give yourself permission to feel all that is there. Give yourself permission in this moment to slow way down, to soften, and to be exactly as you are right now. No need to change anything. Simply be with what is in this moment. As you continue to stay with your breath, see if you can soften more and more with each exhalation into the support beneath you. Perhaps letting your shoulders drop, your face melt, perhaps your scalp soften, your arms sink further into your lap, or your armrests. And simply breathe. From this place of softening, take a moment to reflect on how it might feel to release control of your life. What would it be like to stop striving, achieving, needing, perhaps clinging or resisting? If you let go of your eagerness to achieve or need, and simply allowed yourself to slow down and surrender, settling in with the natural rhythm of the universe. Perhaps the flow, simply trusting the process. Welcome everything and resist nothing. Just notice what comes up for you. How might it feel to let go of all expectations, ideal timelines, and instead found acceptance for yourself in your life exactly as it is in this moment? As you rest here, notice any feelings of resistance or struggle that might be bubbling up to the surface. And if these feelings arise, simply allow them to be there exactly as they are. There's no need to change or do anything in this moment. Just notice and be. If any emotion arises, let it be there and move through you. See if you can simply be at peace with the way things are, perhaps choosing to embrace the present moment as it unfolds in all of its beauty and glory. Perhaps saying silently to yourself, I accept what is. I let go of what was. I have faith in what will be. What is meant for me is already mine to receive. Allow yourself to remain here in this stillness, in this peacefulness and acceptance for a bit longer. I'll keep track of the time. Begin to deepen your breath once again. Perhaps bringing some small movements back into your body. A slight wiggling of the fingers or the toes. Perhaps moving your shoulders slightly. And bringing yourself and your awareness back to your surroundings. It's important to ease your way out of your practice slowly and mindfully. Take as much time as you need and shift as you feel comfortable, whatever works for you. When you feel ready, you can open your eyes, gently blink them open. I wanted to share a poem with you as we close our meditation. It was written by Dr. Cassie Huckabee. Go all in on this day. Be all in with yourself. Try it just for today. Lose yourself in every moment. Lose your mind. Lose track of time. Forget you have a phone. Forget everything that you know. And just live wildly true. All in, all out, your whole heart, just for one day. See what your body will have to say. Your life is your medicine. The nectar and the nourishment is in the wholehearted living of it. So I want to thank you today for practicing with me and placing my hands in your hands if you feel inclined into prayer position, knuckles at the heart, the breastbone. The light in me honors and sees the light in each and every one of you. Namaste. Thank you so much. I'm going to stop the recording now. I hope that you have a beautiful and blessed day and renewal as we start this brand new cycle.